What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another daily vlog. Thanks for tuning back in. If you're watching these vlogs lately, today is November 1st, and since the start of October, my target was to have my personal trainer certification up and ready to go by the time it was November. And maybe that goal wasn't as realistic because once it came to the final exam has 40 questions with 5 sections. So it's a lot of questions, a lot more than I anticipated, especially considering that these questions on the final exam aren't the exact same questions from the study guides like I anticipated. So, change of plans. You have to be flexible with these kind of things, especially when you're not involved in the school system, the educational system, where the plans are kind of laid out, and these plans have been basically evolved like throughout the years of the teachers kind of putting these curriculums together. And when you're not a part of the educational system, college, any kind of program that is taught in the classroom, where a teacher leads you, where an experienced teacher leads you, where they know sort of a ballpark idea of how long it'll take people to finish a certain amount of quizzes so they're prepared for the final exam, you have to be flexible with these kind of things. At least for me, it's been a huge help to be flexible and to be able to adapt to whatever changes that I need to make. For example, creating my own fitness plan. Today, I only had like an hour and a half at the gym. And right now I'm following Jeff Nippard's hypertrophy program, and all of the workouts have to do in the gym. But I fell short in time, and I had to finish up my workout over here at the outdoor gym. As much as I wanted to complete my workout and have a full workout, at the gym, I didn't have the time. And my old self, the reason I'm telling this is because my old self would have been extremely upset with, not getting to the gym earlier, basically looking at all the negatives, like, man, I wish I could have been at the gym earlier, man, why are they closing so early on Sunday? But the reason I'm talking about this is because now I feel a lot more flexible to be able to just sort of let the smaller problems go. Sort of like, if the problem is not going to matter in a year, in 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, then let that problem go. Because if you look at the bigger picture, those smaller problems literally should not affect you for no more than 5 minutes. If you let it affect you for more than 5 minutes, then you're gonna let it affect you for the rest of your day. And in turn, it's gonna affect your relationships, just how you put yourself out there. At least this is for me. This is just coming from my experience, sort of these past couple months, and just being able to observe myself. Kind of like how I'm reacting now is totally different in comparison to how I reacted before. And I'm so grateful for it because I still got an amazing workout. I wasn't upset at all. It may be a longer workout than I would wanted, and it takes away from the quizzes or the questions I could have got done, making progress towards getting my PT certification. But here's the truth, is that not everything is going to go the way you plan. Not everything's going to go the way we plan. There's a lot of people my age right now. I'm 22 and they're just finishing up college. They just got their degree from the university of their dreams. COVID happened and a lot of things changed. Their game plan changed. A lot of the years of planning out to, take the next step after college didn't exactly go as they planned. a lot of things didn't go exactly how we planned. For example, literally a week before quarantine started, I had gyms lined up to go check out. I had the application set up, and my plan was to work there, to kind of network, get my name out there, and then eventually shadow a personal trainer. But the truth is, those things just don't work out, especially during COVID. There's time to dwell and there's time to adapt in times when it's necessary, especially when you're forced into changes. The changes that you're not ready for in that time, it's going to determine basically, the discipline that you have. And I didn't have the discipline in the beginning, to be honest. I still don't have the discipline mastered, but I'm learning how to be flexible and how to adapt to, these changes. Eventually, I found a way to utilize my time that I had. I didn't have the gyms. I didn't have the normal equipment that I'm used to. So I went back to my roots. I went back to something that I could do. I focused on the positives of the situation. I have time on my hands. So what can I do with this time? I spent more time with my family. I spent more time with my girlfriend, with my friends, people who maybe the areas of my life I didn't put the best quality time in before quarantine, before COVID, when I was working, when I was busy. But now, for example, starting to do things like this, like tell about my story, and I just found better ways to use my time rather than just dwelling about things I cannot control. Instead of dwelling about COVID's happening. That's something that you cannot change, something completely out of our control. But something we do have control over is the time that we have right now. If you have a lot of time on your hands like I do, because I'm not employed right now, under unemployment, take the time and look at areas of your life that maybe you haven't put the most time into. Take a little more consideration into those times. If it's your personal development, reading some books, gaining knowledge outside of college, buying courses, buying programs, watching YouTube videos, just kind of getting the motors in your brain running rather than dwelling about the negatives. And it doesn't just have to be personal development. It could be emotional health, working on stuff like meditating, self-reflection, journaling, getting to know more, being more self-aware, and some other things that I've been working on is my mental health, which also connects to meditating, and my physical health, which is just getting out, running, getting active, because I don't have my job that's usually, we're moving around a lot, working on the physical health. And relationships, work on your relationships, work on maybe ways you can start making money. There's a lot of ways to make money online. I'm still learning about how exactly to do that. I haven't made a significant amount of money online. I made maybe a couple bucks drop shipping a year ago or 2 years ago, but it just depends on your priority. You figure out what areas of your life right now are your priority. Figure out what area of your life you want to work on, and work on it if you got the time. If you're blessed like me and you got the time to work on it, I highly, highly encourage anybody to just work on it. The changes don't come instantly all the time. Over time, though, you will start to not even recognize the changes. It's just, at this point, I don't know what I'm talking about in this vlog anymore, but what's the point? It's just sometimes it's good to just journal, to talk about it, to just self-reflect. Self-reflection has been a huge thing for me since quarantine started. Being able to look back at my journal and to see kind of where my head was at a specific date, where my head was at towards the beginning of quarantine, just the words I was using, the type of language I was using to talk about my life, to talk about my relationships, to talk about my mental, physical health. It was just totally different. And literally now, it's extremely positive. These past couple of days have been extremely positive. Like, you could see the type of language I'm using is like super positive, outcome focused. It feels like there's something more there. It doesn't feel like I'm just hanging on and just trying to get through day by day. That's how it was at the beginning of quarantine. Some people, even I still experience that every once in a while, but having a stable foundation, building on the stable foundations every day is helping a lot. So, take that step and start building your foundation. The earlier you start, the stronger your foundation will be. And all it takes is to start. You don't have to start off strong, you don't have to start off perfect, because there is no definition of perfect. The best thing to do is to just start before you're ready, and to get going and to start building that foundation. So, yeah, have a beautiful day, and thanks for watching this vlog. I hope in these vlogs I'm helping somebody out in some way, and if it's you, thanks for following along, and have a beautiful day.